our work with the International Council of Jewish Women, Welcome Lillian, and the Commonwealth Jewish Council. For 50 years, we have had an Israeli connection through our support of ALUMA, a treatment center in Tel Aviv that counsels and treats couples, families, and individuals. We're the only Canadian organization that helps support ALUMA. ALUMA previously was called IFCA, and it was a pioneer institution, being one of the first such centers in Israel devoted to the field of therapeutic treatment for couples and families. Carol Slater, a longtime NCJWC member and past president of National Council, has been involved with ALUMA since it became one of our projects. I'd like to ask Carol to briefly share her knowledge as to how we became involved with ALUMA. And Carol will then ask Gadi Lifshitz, one of ALUMA's therapists, to speak to us from Israel about ALUMA's important work in Tel Aviv today. Please be sure to mute yourselves so that our speaker can speak without interruption. You may also, if you're on your computer, want to go to speaker view so you'll see our speaker and not the gallery, and it will be easier to concentrate on what you're hearing. If you have any questions, there's a chat at the bottom of the screen. Type your questions, and when Gadi's finished his speech, what he wants to tell us, he will be available to answer questions. Bianca Krimberg will ask the questions to Gadi. So there will be an opportunity to get those questions answered. It's now my pleasure to welcome Carol Slater.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. And hello to everybody. Wonderful, wonderful to be with you and to see you. Is the voice okay? Can you hear me? Yep. Good. It's my pleasure to tell you the history of how and why National Council of Jewish Women Canada came to be involved with ALUMA, which at the time was known as the Israel Family Counseling Association, or IFCA. Very briefly, in 1971, Golda Meir had the idea of twinning Israeli organizations needing financial assistance with women's organizations abroad. Dorothy Reitman was president of NCJWC, and she received a call from when she received a call from Israel seeking Council's participation for funding assistance to an organization called the Israel Family Counseling Association. Dorothy immediately called me to our home in Israel with the request, find out all you can about an organization called IFCA and report back to me. In a sense, the rest is history. I confirmed the very great need of this operation of social workers from the staff of Tel Aviv University School of Social Work. I discovered that these dedicated women operated with little means and huge hearts for a few hours 3 times a week in a small apartment building in Tel Aviv. I was immediately asked to serve on their board, and in time I became the chair, and I was in that position for almost 15 years. Suffice it to say that the dedication of every single staff member is, to this day, extraordinary. Most salaries are far below the norm, and it is fair to say that each member of the staff of what is now called ALUMA works there because he or she believes in the necessity of the service ALUMA offers to families and individuals in distress who are often of limited means. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance that NCJWC continue to support and increase support of this truly incredible association. Without further ado, let's go to Tel Aviv, where Gadi Lifshitz, a member of the ALUMA staff, who is both a clinical psychologist and a couples therapist, is waiting to speak with us. Hello, Gadi.
Hello, good morning to you all. Thank you for joining us this morning and for inviting me in to share with you a bit about our, I think it's a really fantastic place to be as a professional, to be part of ALUMA community. and I would like to share with you some slides to describe our activity, our team, and our needs from you as our greatest supporters for through all of the years. So I will share the presentation from my screen, okay? So you heard a bit about the history. We established in 1954, and since then we are operating from the central Tel Aviv. We have today about 15 certified therapists, and we have another 10, even more practitioners that are coming to ALUMA to complete their journey as a certified couple and family therapist. We are, to differentiate ALUMA from any other public sector institute, we are not limiting number of sessions with clients, because in the public sector, due to legislation, regulatory whatsoever, and budget, of course, so many of the clients can receive up to 20 meetings. They have 10 sessions, and then they can ask for more, but it's very limited. And we are, due to the fact that we are not unprofitable organization, we are able to provide them with best-in-class therapy, and without any need to limit the number of sessions. So we can design the therapy plan by according to the real need of our clients. Our mission is really to provide affordable and best-in-class psychotherapy. Affordable, it means like we are charging almost 40% less than in the private sector, but we still provide best-in-class psychotherapy. We are very focused on our professional capabilities, our professional ethics, of course. So this is the biggest mission that we have, and we are facing. I shared it with Debbie and Carol just a couple of minutes ago, that post-COVID-19, we have so many clients that are approaching ALUMA, because in the public sector, they are almost collapsing. They cannot meet the needs. Many, as you can understand, also in Canada, I can imagine that people are very harmed economically. So they cannot afford themselves to go to the private sector. So we are in ALUMA now. We are trying to prioritize and to see how can we provide a solution to increase number of candidates for therapy. And we also focus in developing our own professional community, because we believe that a stronger community of therapists will engage them more and more to ALUMA, of course, and will provide them better skills and better tools and better approaches to provide this best-in-class therapy that we believe that our clients deserve to receive. So we have a strong focus on professionalism, engaging all the therapists into a community. We are consulting with each other. We have, of course, supervision groups that are working together for many years, and sometimes we switch. So this is another mission that we put to ourselves. Our values are, of course, professionalism, because first we are professionals. We believe that we need to contribute to our community. So even if all the clients are paying 40% less than in the private sector, we are allowing people to pay less if they have hard times in terms of their income. So we are even supporting more if we are receiving clients with no ability to pay. I have a client that I am only volunteering with him. because he's not able to pay even a small amount. We believe that we need to be authentic with ourselves, with our clients, and also with you, our supporters. So I'm going to be transparent and open about everything that we are doing and about our needs, okay? We are investing a lot in personal growth, of course, also our clients and of course the community, as I mentioned before. We are trying to be curious as much as we can, okay? We try to learn. We are trying to develop our methods. We are trying to learn from external professionals. So we are inviting in. 2 years ago, we did, or 3 years ago, we did a very deep dive into post-trauma, because, you know, Israel is suffering, is a nation of post-trauma. So we are invested a lot in training and educating ourselves with the post-traumatic theory and practices. And of course, we are committed to ethics. It's part of our professionalism also. So that's pretty much our values. And I think that we are an organization, we didn't only wrote our values, we are behaving our values on our day-to-day operation. I think that our uniqueness is still, we are the only non-profitable organization in the central region, and I think only in Israel in general, that provide a couple, family, and individual therapy services. All the other, our environment is full with private sector therapists with a huge demand also. But now, due to this COVID, I think that the fact that we are the only player that is a non-profit, it's even distinguish us more compared to the other players in the market. And we know how to customize our approach to each and every client. As I said before, we don't have limitation of number of sessions. We are quite flexible in designing the therapy plan according to the need. The lady who runs ALUMA is Dr. Orly Ruben. She's my personal supervisor, and I must say to all of you that she is the best supervisor I ever had as a therapist, with such a clever insight and the ability to take my clients to their next level by training me and supervise me. Although I have my own clinic, and I'm for the last 15 years I'm giving or providing therapy services. I must say that me as a professional, I accelerated a lot during the time period that I am with ALUMA. I'm much better therapist since I joined ALUMA compared to all the years that I was part of any kind of a clinic or institute here in Israel. Our clients, most of them young people, singles and couples, 25 to 40, the majority of them, middle to low class. Most of them live in Tel Aviv and the suburbians. We had some thoughts of going out of Tel Aviv to decrease our expenses, because, you know, Tel Aviv is more expensive. But Orly and myself had some discussion about it during the COVID pandemic, and we decided to stay in Tel Aviv because it's part of our positioning even, and we are attracting clients that they want to be treated in Tel Aviv by therapists who understand the culture, understand the demographic. Tel Aviv is, to some extent, is a different territory in Israel. So we are very focused on enabling young families to receive therapy because for them, they are, the age of 25, 40, they are just building their careers, they are establishing themselves as a couple and as families. So we are enable them to use our services. Most of them are Jews, but I have two Arab Israeli clients. I have one religious guy. I have some guys from LGTB community. Of course, they are there is a significant part of the thing that I did in ALUMA was gays couples and lesbian couples that are also using our services, and they are coming to us because we are in Tel Aviv, and so they understand that we are very humanistic in the way that we are approaching our clients. Most of our referrals are for couple therapy, and then individuals, and family therapy is the least frequent in our services in the last 2 or 3 years, okay? The majority is couple therapy and then individuals. So our main services is start with therapy for couples in crisis. Some of them before that they are considering to divorce. Some of them are also after they decided to separate, and we are helping them to define the way that they will handle the divorce and the way that they want to continue to operate as parents in cases that they are having children, families with special needs, victim of sexual abuse, trauma. That's when we are, it's in the last year, I don't think that we are providing lots of therapy to children only, okay? But as I said before, we invested a lot in learning and practicing about post-traumatic families. So we have a very, I think that nowadays we have 10 to 15% of our total clients are post-traumatic. Elderlies, of course, we have also, it's very popular, I think, that young couples that are still didn't establish their life as a formal couple, they are coming to consult about the appropriate way to build their next phase as a couple. So it's also a relationship in its early stages. It's also part of the thing that we are having lots of referrals, and we designed, I think, very robust methodology to know how to work with couples that only started their journey as couples. Our team, okay, our team is mainly social workers, and we have psychologists also. Our minimum entry level is master's degree, and also that they completed couple and family therapy learning. It's about 3 years of study in Tel Aviv University and also other universities and a college in Israel. We have interns, okay, that they are coming to complete in ALUMA their internship. They are coming mostly to 3 to 4 years because there is an association in Israel that certified therapist, couple therapist, so they have some regulation that we are an institute that are coming to complete their certification, let's say. We have one volunteer psychologist only volunteering in ALUMA. We have 8 certified instructors, okay? So we can provide that's why we collaborating it's 2 years now that we are collaborating with Tel Aviv University, and we have four students, and it's going to increase next year. So we have lots of we have the ability to provide them with very deep and knowledgeable supervision, so we can increase our community by engaging also students and allowing them to go through the professional path that they need to go through as practitioners, and finally to receive their certification. A little bit about financial data, and it's very important for me to share our financial data with you, and I will show you in a minute our balance sheet for 2020. Okay, so you all be aware of our condition. We are a separate association. We don't affiliate with any agency, so we don't have any support coming from government or any governmental agency. Almost solely, we are financed ourselves with the income from the treatments, but it means that we cannot, we have a limitation, of course, because as I said before, the price that our clients are paying is very limited today. In US dollars, most of our clients will pay today, I think it is 75 US dollars, maybe 80. Let's say 80 US dollars. And if they will go to the private sector, they will pay 150. Okay, that's to give you the sense of the pricing. We have 5 therapy rooms, okay, but it's very we need to refresh, okay, and we don't have the budget to refresh. We need to change a little bit the furniture, the look and feel of the place. We don't want to be very, very modern, okay? We don't want to be cold and modern, but we know that we need to invest some funds in refurnishing a bit and refreshing the place. We donated, each one of the therapists of the team member donated his part of his salary and to ALUMA, because in the first quarantine we got into a financial trouble, but during the second quarantine we were more stabilized. We came back to business, back to track. So now we are quite balanced. I will share with you our financial condition of 2020. You see my screen with the numbers? Okay. So this is from our accountant. You see our income of therapy sessions, you know, donation, our very small portion of our total income. And that's why we're asking you, if you can support us more, it will be very helpful for all of us.
Excuse me, Gadi, we are not seeing the balance sheet. We're just seeing it says downloads, but we're not seeing it.
Oh, okay, just a second. So let me see, just for it. So please ask a question. I will look for the balance sheet, okay, and I will open it separately. But okay, sorry for this.
If you have a question, please put it in the chat. Okay. I just have a question that I want to ask. During the pandemic, has the government helped you at all?
No, unfortunately, no. They didn't support non-profitable organization. They did some. It was a hard time for us, so we didn't receive any support from the government at all. Let me continue. Okay, it will take me. It will take me some time, just a second, okay? Sorry for this, because I'm looking for the balance sheet. Yeah, okay, here I have it. So I will download it again. And I hope that you will, now I'll be able to share it. Just a second. You're very polite. Thank you for your patience. Now you can see it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
yes.
Okay. Now you can see that, oh. You can see that we are balanced, okay? But
Gadi, excuse me 1 second. This is in shekels, right?
This is in shekels, yes.
Okay, just to clarify for everyone.
Yes, it's in Israeli shekels, yes. So you can see the whole data just in front of you, okay? Salaries goes to we are giving the therapist a very small amount of payment for their services in ALUMA. So you can see here the data, okay? Any question regarding the data? So you can see that our total income was 809,003 in 2020, and we spend almost all of it. Okay, so we don't have any ability to invest more today to allow more clients to come and to pay even to provide them the ability to pay less because they don't have enough financial capability post COVID-19. We are almost not capable of investing in our team today. Again, training to engage more to our community. And as I said before, we are not really able to refresh the office, the clinics. So we can run the business very conservatively today. We don't have the ability to grow, almost, okay? So we can keep the lights on, okay, to provide this wonderful services that we are providing until now, but we are not able to do more than this. Okay, that's the reality that we are facing today. Okay, any question regarding our financial data?
Gadi, for our people, could you please tell us what 800 shekels is in US dollars approximately?
800, no, it was 800,000 US dollar. I think it's around, it's around 2,080 US dollars. Let me calculate for a minute, okay? Because I'm a psychotherapist. I'm not good in mathematics.
Gadi, while you're doing the calculation, I think it's interesting to note that the bank charges are twice the rent and half of a telephone bill.
Yeah, yeah. It's less than it's 245 US dollars.
Wow.
So I will continue with the presentation, and we will have time for more questions or comments. We're all aware of the COVID-19 effect. The important thing for me to share with you is, of course, that many has been hard financially, and they cannot afford today go to therapy. So we are giving them even the ability to pay even less. Okay, as I said before, I have several clients that are paying today I don't know, 50 to 60 US dollars, which is nothing. It's not covering the rent, okay? It's not covering the electricity even, but we are not in a position to say no today. So we are engaging more and more students and practitioners and we are investing more in training and in supervision to have the ability to provide more and more services to potential clients or to potential patients. That's one so I will complete my presentation by asking you to help us, okay, to do more, to do better, okay, to enable more individuals and especially couples that are facing lots of crisis and stress today, to use our best-in-class services, okay, and also our ability to invest more in our team training and to engage more professionals into our communities and the ability to pay them the small amount that we need to pay them in order to be part of ALUMA Foundation. I hesitated to share with you the amount of donation that I am dreaming to. But then I understand that I felt that I can count on your generosity, so I will not set a number, a plug number that we will be happy to receive from all of you kind ladies and gentlemen. This is our team. It's in my house in Ramat HaSharon. It's near Tel Aviv. We did some, I asked from a colleague of mine to come to volunteer with us, to do some juggling activities and to have some discussion about the connection between juggling and therapy, okay, and juggling and relationship. And we found some wonderful connection. We did it after the second quarantine because we felt that we need to engage our community back. So we did it by ourselves. So this is our team. And we are very gratitude for all your support during the years. And we will love to continue our collaboration and to invite you when you are arriving to Israel, come to our facility, be part of our community. That's my key messages for you in this wonderful morning. So I'm stopping the sharing and I would love to answer any questions or comment.
So I'm just going in the chat here, going back a little bit. So the first question I see is, do you have an estimate for the potential cost of renovations or redecorations?
Yeah, it's about, we have some offer, we asked for a budget estimation, etc. We got up to 100,000 shekels, which will be approximately 30,000 US dollars. Okay, but we can do it with less, we can do it with more, but if we need to redesign a bit and also allowing our customers even to pay wirely, because now they need to pay cash, okay? And so we have also investment that we need to do to go to a more modern way of payment. It's also relevant after the COVID. And also there are some rooms that we need to have the ability to have some more social distance. So we need some walls to break to enable to do the 3 meters between the therapist and the client. Okay, even everyone is is now took some Pfizer thing, but still we oblige to keep the social distance. So we need also in this regard, we need to do something with it.
Thanks. That was from Sharon, that question. Debbie asks, Debbie Alto, is there any allied service outside of Tel Aviv in the South or in the Galilee? Are there other universities with capacity to participate and perhaps offer some funding?
I would say that in part of the university, I know in one university, they have their own clinic, okay? So they are enabling, because they need to give their practitioners, they need to provide them with a platform to have some therapy processes. So I know one university that have their own facility, but all the other universities, especially Tel Aviv, they are facing also their economical challenges. So they asked us, okay, they are providing us with their excellent students, okay, and we are providing the students with the ability to start their internship, okay? So we created some win-win solution with the Tel Aviv University. So that's the condition that I'm familiar with.
Thank you. Cheryl Greenberg asks, are there comparable services supported at all by public funds?
2 years ago, the Ministry of Health did some revolution in all the public sector policy about psychotherapy in general, and they collapsed, okay, because they don't have the ability to serve the demand, okay. So and it was even prior to the COVID. Now it's a disaster. Really, it's a disaster. So even the public sector is struggling, okay, with budget. Okay, so they do not receive enough funding from agencies or from public or whatever. Funds or private funds. So here, you know, in Israel, it's very sad to say, but you know the Yiddish word for schnorr. So it's very sad that we need to rely on donations. Okay.
Okay, the next question is, and thank you, from Eva Karpati, are you presenting turning away clients?
Sorry, didn't understand.
Are you presenting turning away clients?
I don't have the numbers here, but I know that I receive almost 5 to 10 referrals per week, okay, that are extra to what I can provide to ALUMA, okay, because at the end, ALUMA, for me, the money that I'm receiving from ALUMA is nothing, okay, it's for parking, okay, so for me, it's not a completely volunteering, so, but it's quite volunteering and serving the community. So I myself, I find myself on a weekly basis saying no because I'm fully booked, and as needs all other team members. So I think that we need to say no to at least 10 to 15 referrals per week. And that we are not saying no, we are putting them on they are waiting for someone to be able to start their therapy. Maybe 10. I will not. I think it's 10 per week, so it's almost 50 per month. Yeah.
Thank you. Melissa asks, does ALUMA receive funding or donations from any other worldwide organization?
No. Only we had some, except of you, no. The 60,000 shekels that I presented before came a bit from you and from private people here in Israel. Okay, no funding from abroad. No.
Thanks. Carol Slater asks, ALUMA did some very special work with persons with intellectual disabilities. Do you still?
No more.
We are not doing it today because it's a very specific and well-established discipline, okay? And we are not having today the capacity or enough knowledge to provide it on a large scale. So if we have here and there, we have someone who is approaching us, so we can provide it, but not in a large scale.
Thank you.
Debbie Wasserman asks, are there Israeli donors to your center?
Yes, but it's very small donation we don't have a stream of donations. Okay, sometimes someone give us something. Okay, but it's not an ongoing stream of donation here. And as you can see, as I presented before, the donation today is 8% of our total income. Okay, so it's a very small portion of donations. Okay, and that's why I shared with you that we can run the business, but we cannot invest.
I was just typing a question but I actually have a question. So with the COVID-19 pandemic, the model of care has shifted, and we're seeing more virtual care in Canada and in the States, and they're doing kind of a hybrid approach in some areas because of the pandemic, right? So I'm just wondering, do you currently incorporate virtual care in your model of care, or are you planning on doing so?
We are, since the first quarantine, in the first quarantine, we moved the clients that wanted to continue because it was very, I think we had 70% decrease in hours per week, okay, because everyone was so stressed and no one understood where we are going to, etc. And so, but then we started to do it remotely, of course. And since then we are hybrid. But since here things are getting better on a daily basis, so most of the clients want to come back. So we moved back to a more traditional approach. But I have even one couple that I'm doing it. They moved from Israel to the US. They relocated, okay, due to financial problems. So they moved back to their families in the US. So I'm continue to meet with them only remotely.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
really amazing.
Okay, are there any other questions? And if not, Gadi, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know you probably were working today and you came after, but we really appreciate it. And you made such a wonderful presentation. You put a lot of work into it, and we really appreciate it. In fact, you answered most of the questions I know most of us had, so we didn't need additional questions, which is fabulous. You actually were able to open our eyes to the extraordinary work that's being done by your center. And the work that you and the other counselors are doing is extremely special and unique. We're so fortunate to have the technology that has allowed us to actually connect with you without all of us having to make the trip to Israel. I have seen your center and it is a real eye-opener. If anyone goes to Israel, they should definitely visit it. It's amazing that you do such wonderful work there. And I know that you've really given us clarity to the purpose of ALUMA. To all of you participating today, if you do want to make any donations to ALUMA, do it through National Council, through our website, or call the office. We then give you a tax receipt, and that money, all the money collected for ALUMA goes to ALUMA. So that way you do get a tax receipt. I just wanted to make that clear. And I hope this opportunity has helped everybody understand why we've continued our association with ALUMA over all these years. And thank you all, especially Gadi, but thank you all for joining us, and keep safe and keep well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Stay safe, of course, and I hope to see you as quick as we can here in Israel too. And we would love to have you here, have you in ALUMA, and to even establish more our collaboration. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
להתראות עוד מעט, גדי. אני מקווה בעוד חודש לראות אותך.
Thank you very much. Okay. Bye. Ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Wonderful to see everybody. Just wonderful to see everybody. Lillian, can't believe you're here.
Where is she?
Now, if you like.
She was here.
Hi.
Where is she?
Hi.
Yes,
Hello, everybody.
Friendly?
Oh, there.
Hello.
Friendly. How nice to see you.
Nice to be
Hi.
seen.
Hi.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you
and,
very, very
wonderful
much for
presentation.
organizing this. Thank you very much. It was a treat to hear him. It really was,
Yes.
because we've known about ALUMA for many, many years, since the days of Ship-a-Box, since the days of IFCA, a long time. But he brought it home, and it means that we're able to articulate the opportunity of supporting this. Rather than the need, we should focus on the opportunity.
But I think it really means we've got to get some more money.
Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Hello from Rio. Hi.
Hi, Lillian. Mwah, great to see you.
There she is.
Yeah,
There
nice
she
to see
is.
you. Wow, it's so nice. I like the topic. I was very interested in coming. And I was thinking here, we have a new link coming up, which the topic is COVID. So I guess you guys could participate presenting ALUMA, and there will be
Lost you.
interesting to not put on a link, but maybe there's a possibility that other people might be able to contribute to it. We just got the information about the link. So I suggest you to write about and send us the information, and we'll post it on our website and we'll share with everybody else. That's what I think we can do now for helping. It's a wonderful project. I'm really glad that I got to know it's so many affiliates, so many things. So this is an opportunity. Thank you for inviting me. It's really wonderful.
I'm glad you could join us with us.
Yeah.
Debbie, did he say Orly was still there?
Yes, Orly is
Okay.
still in charge.
Is that, yeah, because that's who I met when I visited.
Yes, yes.
She's there, but she's very shy about her English. And that was the reason that she did not come on and ask Gadi to address us.
I think he did an excellent job. I think he was very, very organized and very clear.
Absolutely.
His English was fantastic. So, no, I think it's good that now we all have the tools to spread the information about what ALUMA is about.
Debbie, the screenshots that he shared, are they available on YouTube?
We have taped this session, and it's going to be on our website, our YouTube channel.
Okay, so those
Good for you.
screenshots will be available.
So let people know that it's available. I will send out an email to many of you, but spread the word that it will be available on, so you go to our website and go to YouTube and we'll have it recorded.
Sounds good.
Because I know a number of people could not join us today. So.
It was worth getting
Thank
up.
you, Gadi. Thank you so much for doing this. This was wonderful. I'm thanking you.
Well, thank you, Carol, for helping us. It was
No, I think it was really, really a wonderful thing. And I think that really, I mean, it's very difficult to imagine fundraising at this stage of the game, but I think it's something that somehow or another NCJW really needs to get its act together and really do something in terms of a little more serious fundraising, because I think we have not really, truthfully, you know, we always say we're not a fundraising organization, right? And that's supposed to be our mantra. But there are times, I think, when really, really we should try. And even each and every one of us should try, because the need, look, you know, none of you have been to Israel in the last couple of years. The site is, it's wonderful how they keep trying to paint and trying to keep it up. But in your worst days, I mean, falling down those stairs to get into that building, you know, from the sidewalk in Tel Aviv, it's dangerous. Quite honestly, it's dangerous. And I think we really have to get our act together a little bit better. Okay?
I agree, Carol.
Hear me, anybody?
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. Anyway, great to see you all. And
Thank you, everybody.
Debbie,
That's-
Debbie, can I hijack this just for 1 second, not to diminish it all, but also since it's come up at our national board meeting, the issue of the definition of anti-Semitism. I know Sharon, and I don't think she's here right now, shared that Jewish Heritage Center, so Western Canada, has a webinar at 2 o'clock on defining anti-Semitism. So sorry, just to mention that also in terms of important issues for us, but I can certainly share that. I think Sharon shared it with all of us. That's at 2 o'clock, as well as, of course, the important Sarah Halimi protests going on throughout the world. But yes, just wanted to mention that.
Okay.
Well, thank you all. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thanks, Deb.
Thanks,
Look
Deb.
Everyone.
to you soon.
Thanks for inviting us.
Bye, Lillian. Great to see
Hey,
you.
nice see you. I see all the faces.
Hi, dear.
and I know it's so
Ronnie,
nice.
it's been a long time.
Thank you so
Okay.
much for inviting me. I really enjoyed. Okay, take care,
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
everyone.